Imagine starting with absolutely nothing, just a kid in a chaotic family scraping by, and ending up as the richest person who ever lived, with a fortune that, adjusted for today, tops $400 billion. More than the combined wealth of today's tech giants like Bezos and Musk. But here's the twist that hits you right in the gut. John D. Rockefeller didn't chase money like a desperate gambler. He drew it in like gravity, using a hidden approach so straightforward yet so powerful that ignoring it could leave you stuck in the same financial rut forever, watching your dreams slip away while others build empires. Welcome to FinApp Sci History, the channel where we unravel the minds of history's wealth masters, blending timeless stories with the psychology that can unlock your own path to abundance, addressing that nagging voice inside you wondering why you're not there yet, why the bills keep piling up, why true freedom feels just out of reach. Today, we're exposing the secret behind John Rockefeller's wealth, a blueprint woven from real-life trials and triumphs that speaks directly to your deepest cravings, for security, for legacy, for that life where money works for you instead of you slaving away for it. Stick with me through this journey, because what you'll discover isn't just history, it's the key to rewriting your story, and if you click away now, you might spend the rest of your days regretting what could have been. Let's step back to 1839, in a modest home in upstate New York, where young John is born into a world of uncertainty. His father a wandering salesman with a shady side, vanishing for months and leaving his devout mother to raise 6 kids on next to nothing. Picture this boy, barely a teen, already lending small sums to neighbors and charging interest, feeling that inner pull toward control in a life full of chaos. It's the kind of start that crushes most people, breeding resentment or resignation, but for Rockefeller, it ignited a fire, a quiet determination to rise above, to turn vulnerability into unbreakable strength. This isn't some fairy tale. It's the raw truth that resonates with anyone who's ever felt the sting of financial instability, that fear of never breaking free from the cycle. And that's where the first lesson emerges, the one that strikes at the heart of your daily struggles. Self-mastery is the foundation of all wealth. Rockefeller wasn't born a business wizard. He forged himself through relentless discipline, keeping a ledger from his earliest days, tracking every penny earned and spent as if his future depended on it, which it did. He lived frugally, avoiding the traps of excess that derail so many, understanding that true power comes from commanding your impulses, not letting them command you. Think about your own life, those late-night online purchases that leave you hollow, the skipped savings that haunt you when emergencies hit. Rockefeller knew that money flees from chaos and clings to order. Start small, audit your habits today, and feel that shift, that empowering sense of steering your ship toward the horizon you've always envisioned, a life where abundance flows naturally. But his ascent wasn't solo. It leads us to the second lesson, one that addresses your isolation in chasing success, the art of forging unbreakable alliances. In his 20s, Rockefeller didn't hoard opportunities. He partnered wisely, founding Standard Oil in 1870 with associates chosen for their shared vision and loyalty, not just their pockets. He negotiated secret deals with railroads, slashing costs and outmaneuvering rivals, building a network that amplified his reach exponentially. It's the kind of strategy that speaks to your hidden desire for connection, for teammates who elevate you instead of competing against you. How many times have you gone it alone, wary of betrayal, only to stall out? Rockefeller showed that wealth multiplies in trusted circles. Reach out to that potential mentor, propose the collaboration you've been mulling over, and watch doors open, fulfilling that yearning for a support system that propels you toward the prosperity you crave. Now, as his empire grew, dominating the oil industry and drawing scrutiny, we uncover the third lesson, touching on your innermost conflicts, generosity as the ultimate multiplier. Accused of ruthless tactics that crushed competitors, Rockefeller paradoxically gave away over $500 million in his lifetime, founding universities, hospitals, and initiatives that eradicated diseases, believing that wealth hoarded rots the soul while wealth shared returns tenfold. This hits home for anyone who's clutched their earnings too tightly, fearing scarcity, only to feel emptier inside. He started tithing 10% from his first paycheck, turning giving into a habit that attracted more opportunities, satisfying the deep need to make an impact, to leave a mark beyond bank statements. Try it, donate a portion to a cause close to your heart, and experience that magnetic pull, where abundance circles back, easing the worry of never having enough and fueling your dreams of a meaningful legacy. Patience defines the fourth lesson, confronting your impatience in a world of instant gratification. True riches brew over time, not overnight. Rockefeller didn't flip quick schemes. He reinvested profits methodically, weathering economic storms while others panicked, building a monopoly that controlled 90% of US oil by the 1880s. It's the antidote to your frustration with slow progress, that envy of overnight successes that often crumble. He waited decades, planting seeds that grew into forests, reminding you that your side hustle or investment needs nurturing, not abandonment. Embrace this, commit to consistent steps, and savor that hypnotic growth, where each day brings you closer to the freedom you envision. travel without worry, time with loved ones, security that lets you breathe easy. Diving deeper, the fifth lesson reveals the psychology of scarcity. Create value by making it exclusive. Rockefeller controlled oil supply, driving demand sky high, even as antitrust laws eventually broke up his company in 1911. Yet his wealth only swelled. This taps into your entrepreneurial urges, the desire to stand out in a crowded market. How often do you undervalue your offerings, fearing rejection? By limiting access strategically, he heightened desire, a technique you can apply to your products or services, igniting that thrill of exclusivity that draws people in, satisfying your need to be seen as indispensable and accelerating your path to the wealth that fuels your wildest aspirations. Finally, the sixth lesson seals it all, addressing your quest for lasting fulfillment. Build an inheritance of wisdom, not just wealth. Rockefeller raised his children in modesty, teaching them work ethic to avoid entitlement, ensuring his fortune endured through generations via foundations that still thrive today. It's the answer to your quiet fears about what happens after you're gone, that envy of families with unbreakable bonds. He viewed money as a tool for good, not an end, urging you to instill values in your loved ones now, creating a legacy that outlives you. This is the essence of Rockefeller's secret, a life of purpose that beckons you to act, to weave these threads into your own tapestry. If you felt that spark, that pull toward transformation, don't let it fade. Subscribe to FinApp SciHistory right now, because missing the next revelation could leave you wondering what if, stuck in the shadows while others claim their spot in the sun. Our upcoming video on tycoons destroyed by ego drops Monday. Be there, or risk falling into the same traps. Like if this resonated, comment which lesson hits closest to home, and share with someone chasing the same dreams. Together, we're not just learning history, we're making it. Thanks for joining. Now go apply this, and watch your world change.